The South Node represents our past lifetimes. Also, like I said, if you're not going to keep reincarnation in your brain, you want to just toss that aside, go for it. You can also just hear me when I say that as like this is your childhood experience then. So the South Node represents where we're coming from. And with that, a couple different sides of that coin are both a skill set, like a natural expertise that your soul possesses because you have a lot of experience with it in past lifetimes. But there's also a lot of experience with it in past lifetimes. And with the experiences, we always have the good and the bad. And so inside that South Node, there are high frequencies of gifts that you have because you have that experience. There's also a karmic debt, typically, because you've had that experience and you probably didn't ace the test every single time. You know, maybe, but probably not, because we're human and we're naturally imperfect. So all of the ways that we get sucked into the low vibrations of life creates a karmic debt that, you know, you snapped at your kid when you didn't mean to. You lost your temper and did something that you look back and you're like, why did I do that? You know, like that wasn't me. Well, it kind of was you. And now that you've done it, now that you've racked up that karma, it's time to pay it back. It's time to make up for it and heal yourself. And in doing so, heal mass consciousness. So these nodes, I'm such a node nerd because I absolutely love studying like what is the karma that we brought with us? Like what is it that we're really trying to learn by coming back and like having a do-over? What is it that we want to do differently that we didn't like how we did it before? And to tie it back to like your early experience in this lifetime, it's like the way your childhood manifests, we learn a certain way of doing things, and then we get to decide as we reach adulthood in our individuation process that is that really how you want to do it? Like, does that line up with your values? Does that, satisfy your authentic desire for life on this planet? Or is it you dancing to somebody else's tune? Either way, like those questions are worth asking. And then you have the North Node, which is basically our own personal North Star. It's like when you walk on that path, you're walking the path that your soul meant to walk. So leaning into developing the qualities, the highest frequency qualities of whatever energy your North Node falls in. So this is bigger than just Taurus and Scorpio and this transit that we're going to go through for the next 18 months, because ultimately every single 18-month cycle is just one more chapter to try to free us towards living out the North Node path, whatever we selected. Right? You have an 18-month window as far as like the North Node's going to be in this sign for 18 months. And if you were born during that window where the North Node is in whatever sign, mine's Pisces, like I came when North Node was in Pisces because I fully intended to walk that path. That would be where my spiritual development would really move into high gear, where all of my soul's most cooperative components, like all of the pieces that have to fall into place. The more I lean into that North Node energy, the more those pieces are just there waiting for me, because really at the end of the day, we're an extension of the universe itself. We are the universe itself, experiencing itself in human form. So we came forward for a reason. We came forward because we wanted the experience of it. And inside of that experience, there's so many different ways that you can go about it. And selecting whichever sign the North Node was in when you were born, that very much gave you that North Star of here, reach for this. Have the journey that goes along with reaching for this. And that's like kind of this backbone of your soul's path and where you're coming from and what you're trying to heal and what you're trying to lean into. It's such a helpful framework. I feel like I could go on and on and on, obviously, about both ends of the spectrum and how much satisfying work there is to do on both ends of the spectrum. And really, they do work together. It is not at all that we're really trying to like leave behind our past and move only towards our future. It's like harnessing the past and what the past gave us while simultaneously releasing and healing any of the damage that the past might have caused, while we lean into and open up and practice the skills of whatever our North Star is pointing towards. I was going to say asking for from us, but it's not, because we selected it. We chose, I believe, when we came forward. And this again goes back into the reincarnation belief. So if you can't do that, maybe skip to the next chapter. That's cool. But we chose when we came forward. I believe that we chose the day, the time, the location, the family, the exact timing and location of our entry into this planet could not have been more precisely timed by us, not some outside force or like other entity that's deciding our fate. We decided as a soul, this is the next chapter of evolution that I am seeking, and therefore I time my entry so that I have the energetic tools that I need to walk this path that I'm setting out to walk. And that's basically how all the planets can be understood inside the natal chart. The chart itself is like a toolbox. When you open the toolbox inside, there's all different kinds of tools that do all different kinds of things. They all need you to learn how to use them so that you're proficient at using all of these different tools. But basically all the planets, they're each a different tool in that toolbox. And you brought the right tools for the job. That's the bottom line of my personal love affair with astrology, is that we all came at the perfect time. We have the perfect energy to do the mission that our soul was stepping forward to do. So using astrology to help us relax into that, and specifically the North and South Node, are very helpful in terms of, knowing like, if you're trying to get to Chicago and you're seeing signs for Dallas, you're going in the wrong direction. That's basically the North and South Node. Like if you're feeling the energy of your South Node rising, you're going the wrong way. And if you feel the energy of your North Node rising, you're going the right way. So it's not about changing or becoming anything. It's about navigating the energy that is ours, the energy that was imprinted on our soul the second we came into this vessel, the second that we were born into this world, into this physical existence, our own individual physical existence. That has that energetic imprint, and it's all divinely intended and perfect, exactly the way it needs to be. So each of these 18-month cycles, it's just another chapter in this larger story of you living out the North Node soul mission that you set out to live when you came into this vessel. So this Taurus Scorpio work that we're going to spend the whole rest of this video talking about, I do also want to lay down this piece first of your personal North Node is really important. So whatever sign, whatever house that lands in for you, that really is the most important, because that's really what you're aiming for. So any of these things that we're going to talk about with Taurus and Scorpio, it is just in service of getting you to whatever placement your North Node is in. And you can think very much of like, these chapters, they clear this kind of debris that's only in the way. And then this next chapter with these different signs, they clear a different kind of debris that's only in the way. And then this next chapter with these other signs, they clear a different kind of debris. And like every single one of them is clearing things away to try to get your path to be as open as it can be to live that North Node soul purpose that we came forward to live. So again, as much as you can, like go back to your own placement and try to ground even this Taurus Scorpio work back into your ultimate mission of living out whatever North Node placement you have. So through each chapter, so for this one, Taurus and Scorpio, it's about purging from your South Node energies. So the South Node going through a sign brings out the lowest frequencies that you're carrying of that sign's energy. And we're going to get more into it, like nitty gritty details, what it means. So this is just theoretical. We purge from our south node the lowest frequency of that energy to make space for the highest frequency of the north node energy, in this case, Taurus. In this particular cycle, we are purging from Scorpio and we are building Taurus. So that is super high level what we're here to talk about. Like, what does it mean to purge Scorpio and to build Taurus? And ultimately, both, like I said, it's very much a mixture of working with both ends of the spectrum kind of simultaneously. It's not a linear process. It's very much chaotic and kind of back and forth, bouncing between the two, as they both have pieces of the puzzle.